Hello everyone, welcome back to Colin's Code. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison of the Gutenberg editor versus the classic editor and why I believe the Gutenberg editor is the supreme editor. So when looking at the Gutenberg editor, it might be a little overwhelming to some people in its complexity, but in the end, it's actually pretty easy to learn, and once you get used to it, you can be really efficient and create nice dynamic media pages. So if you have a lot of content on your page and you use a lot of different media types, Gutenberg is the way to go. So here I'm just at my home page, and I'm going to go through some of the advantages of Gutenberg. So it has a really nice block setup. So every element, now these would just be standard HTML elements, are actually put into blocks. So you can see you can actually have a nice little overview of all the blocks that you have. So if you have a long page and you don't want to be scrolling back and forth, up and down, you can just use this block navigation tool up here. So here, if I want to jump to this paragraph, it's on my screen, but there it is. Better example would be the last one. That'll actually jump down there, and then I can directly edit that block. And you can also move blocks really easily. So you're moving up block one, moving it up. So if you want to move your content up or down on the page, you can also drag it and move it around. And the UI is actually very, very nice. Anyway, so here we actually have just some stats, which is nice to have. And then before I get into the actual blocks themselves and talk about some of the good media, there's some settings, so it's customizable. So if we hit this little settings, it's going to bring up the document tab here. You can see my revisions, the permanent link for the site. You can set a featured image, allow discussion comments, and then there's some page attributes at the bottom there. And then if you select the block here, you can actually change some of this stuff. So this is just kind of changing some of the CSS. So you can actually put in additional CSS classes or additional CSS, which is nice. So if I wanted to format this, say I want to say color is like blue. I don't know if this is going to work, but maybe not. But you get the point. You'll be able to actually add additional CSS in there. And then here's the colors. So if I wanted to change the color there, text color, blue, whatever, okay. So yeah, it's nice to have, you can just edit CSS elements directly in this nice little navigation on the right. Also, okay, so let's go into the blocks. So you can actually just add blocks directly. This is a nice little UI here. So if we go the common blocks, just some of your normal blocks, paragraphs, headings, lists, galleries, videos, stuff like that. Some formatting, so you can enter some custom HTML. And then here's okay, so yeah, here you can use the WordPress classic editor. So if you wanted to jump back and forth between the WordPress classic and Gutenberg, you can. So let's get into some of the more interesting ones. The shorthand, the shortcode is actually pretty nice to add custom elements, RSS feed, but the embeds are actually pretty nice too. So if you have like dynamic content, stuff like that. So if I wanted to add my YouTube, I'm just going to click that, and let's say I want to add this video here. I copy the URL, and then I can just say embed, and bang, the video's in there just like that. So that's really nice. So also, let me show you, so like a song, or it's kind of like, could be like a Twitter post too. You can add those as well, and they format them nicely. So yeah, it's when you have a lot of multimedia, Gutenberg is going to be the way to go. And then, so since my site has the WooCommerce plugin, I can actually add like products on this page too. So a lot of the new plugins are being updated to work with Gutenberg, so that's probably another reason you might want to switch. So let me just pick some of these products here. Let's do thing, and then we should have a nice block with products. So yeah, a lot of the new plugins are going to be compatible with Gutenberg, and they're going to be pushing away from that classic editor. So it's good to get familiar with. There might be a little bit of a learning curve, but overall, Gutenberg is really, really good, in my opinion. But I'm not a WordPress. This is my first time using it, so I could be wrong. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.